Good morning. How are you this morning? I'm a little sunburned. That's how I am. Today's June 17th, 2024. And we're in a new book, Hosea, the prophecies of Hosea. And of course, it starts with a commentary. The foregoing passage is only a brief reference in the historical account, but it is a forceful reminder that after a century and a half as part of a broken kingdom, the people of Israel have not been willing to put away their idols or forget their pagan Baal. If there is anything which especially affronts God, it must surely be the sight of men and women, whom he has created, bowing in worship to sticks and stones, which he also created, and which therefore have no intrinsic power. This is especially true because God has repeatedly and patiently demonstrated his concern, love, and protection to each generation of this nation to whom he has specially chosen to reveal himself. To God, the people of Israel have been as a wife in covenant relationship with him, and yet their continual idolatry is a constant reminder of their unfaithfulness to the covenant. Each generation has been adulterous in its wickedness and idolatry, and now the time is swiftly approaching when God is going to put Israel away as an adulterous spouse. In an effort to draw Israel away from her spiritual lovers and to show her the danger of her infidelity, God calls upon the prophet Hosea to bring his message and warnings through both hard preaching and prophecy, and in another and most unusual way as well. God calls upon Hosea to marry a woman whom God knows will be unfaithful to Hosea and bear children of her unfaithfulness. Even the children's names pronounce God's prophecy. Jezreel, the firstborn, predicts that the people of Israel will be scattered by God, in clear reference to the eventual conquering of Israel by foreign invaders, who will take them out of the land of Canaan. The second child, Lo Ruhamah, warns that when this time comes, God will be without mercy. And as if that were not enough, the third child, Lo Ami, signifies God's total rejection of Israel, of whom he will say, "Not my people." When Hosea's wife Gomer consorts with other lovers, she only typifies Israel's unfaithfulness in playing the harlot with other gods. And yet, as always, God speaks a message of hope through Hosea. Just as Hosea redeems Gomer from literal slavery, God stands ready to redeem his people from sin. And yet this time God will not renew his love so easily as he has in the past. This time Israel will know real suffering and discipline before being restored to God's love and favor. The prophet Hosea begins his ministry during Jeroboam's reign and will continue his work for the next 60 or 65 years. His ministry will span the reigns of the next 2 or 3 kings of Israel as well as Jeroboam's. It is not known exactly when he delivers his various rebukes, admonitions, and warnings, but they are all collected at this point to show the central thrust of his message. Hosea's prophecies against Israel, to which he sometimes refers as Ephraim, begin with a reference to his own disastrous marriage and the anger and anguish which he himself feels. No message has more impact than one growing out of the messenger's own experience. Perhaps that accounts for the power of Hosea's prophecies. The book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 1. The word of the Lord that came to Hosea, son of Beeri, during the reigns of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and during the reign of Jeroboam, son of Jehoash, king of Israel. When the Lord began to speak through Hosea, the Lord said to him, "Go, take yourself an adulterous wife and children of unfaithfulness, because the land is guilty of the vilest adultery in departing from the Lord. So he married Gomer, daughter of Diblaim, and she conceived and bore him a son. Then the Lord said to Hosea, Call him Jezreel, because I will soon punish the house of Jehu for the massacre of Jezreel, and I will put an end to the kingdom of Israel. In that day I will break Israel's bow in the valley of Jezreel. Gomer conceived again and gave birth to a daughter. Then the Lord said to Hosea, Call her Lo-ruhamah, for I will no longer show love to the house of Israel, that I should at all forgive them. Yet I will show love to the house of Judah, and I will save them, not by bow, sword, or battle, or by horses and horsemen, but by the Lord their God. After she had weaned Lo-ruhamah, Gomer had another son. Then the Lord said, Call him Lo-ammi, for you are not my people, and I am not your God. Yet the Israelites will be like the sand on the seashore, which cannot be measured or counted. In the place where it was said to them, You are not my people, they will be called sons of the living God. The people of Judah and the people of Israel will be reunited, and they will appoint one leader, and will come up out of the land, for great will be the day of Jezreel. Say of your brothers, my people, and of your sisters, my loved one. Rebuke your mother, rebuke her, for she is not my wife, and I am not her husband. Let her remove the adulterous look from her face, and the unfaithfulness from between her breasts. Otherwise I will strip her naked, and make her as bare as on the day she was born. I will make her like a desert, turn her into a parched land, and slay her with thirst. I will not show my love to her children, because they are the children of adultery. Their mother has been unfaithful, and has conceived them in disgrace. She said, I will go after my lovers, who give me my food and my water, my wool and my linen, my oil and my drink. Therefore I will block her path with thorn bushes. I will wall her in so that she cannot find her way. She will chase after her lovers, but not catch them. She will look for them, but not find them. Then she will say, I will go back to my husband as at first, for then I was better off than now. She has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, which they used for Baal. Therefore I will take away my grain when it ripens, and my new wine when it is ready. I will take back my wool and my linen, intended to cover her nakedness. So now I will expose her lewdness before the eyes of her lovers. No one will take her out of my hands. I will stop all her celebrations, her yearly festivals, her new moons, her Sabbath days, all her appointed feasts. I will ruin her vines and her fig trees, which she said were her pay from her lovers. I will make them a thicket, and wild animals will devour them. I will punish her for the days she burned incense to the Baals. She decked herself with rings and jewelry, and went after her lovers, but me she forgot, declares the Lord. Therefore I am now going to allure her. I will lead her into the desert and speak tenderly to her. There I will give her back her vineyards, and will make the valley of Achor a door of hope. There she will sing as in the days of her youth, as in the day she came up out of Egypt. In that day, declares the Lord, you will call me my husband. You will no longer call me my master. I will remove the names of the Baals from her lips. No longer will their names be invoked. In that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and the birds of the air, and the creatures that move along the ground. Bow and sword and battle I will abolish from the land, so that all may lie down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you in righteousness and justice, in love and compassion. I will betroth you in faithfulness, and you will acknowledge the Lord. In that day I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the skies, and they will respond to the earth. And the earth will respond to the grain, the new wine and oil, and they will respond to Jezreel. I will plant her for myself in the land. I will show my love to the one I called not my loved one. I will say to those called not my people, you are my people. And they will say, you are my God. The Lord said to me, go, show your love to your wife again, though she is loved by another and is an adulteress. Love her as the Lord loves the Israelites, though they turn to other gods and love the sacred raisin cakes. So I bought her for 15 shekels of silver and about a homer and a lethek of barley. Then I told her, you are to live with me many days. You must not be a prostitute or be intimate with any man, and I will live with you. For the Israelites will live many days without king or prince, without sacrifice or sacred stones, without ephod or idol. Afterward the Israelites will return and seek the Lord their God and David their king. They will come trembling to the Lord and to his blessings in the last days. That's it for today. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.